Moses sketching out a chain. Foam ping, slips, what's the trail? Who wrote the tale if the facts are frail? Santa slam, Coco leans in close. Where are the notes from the first diagnosis? Did they test what they couldn't see, or just trust what was easy to believe? Santa loves ain't low, shouting at the screen. We need to know. They chase every shadow, every sign, or skip frames in the storyline. Truth or plot, high or low. They're counting every cut, each flow. Anime eyes locked on the show. Santa Claus and Sailor Moon. Objection in my heart, Mo cries. Cutscene gaps and alibis. Santa's list of questions grows. Who watched the watchers? Who really knows? Santa loves and more. Shouting at the screen, we need to know. Did they chase every shadow, every sign, or fade out on the steepest climb? If truth is heavy, let it show. Let the whole strange story glow. Anime hearts won't let it go. Oh, Santa Claus and Sailor
Hey! It's Friday. It's slightly bust. We are going to talk about very light-hearted subjects today. Yeah, I mean, not at all things that are infuriating. That
Yes.
are how can you be so incompetent? I mean, just light-hearted stuff like Leticia Stauch, Rick Allen, Laura Owens, and whatever comes to mind. But
I
first,
take one day off,
Yeah.
day off, where I'm
Yeah.
half comatose. I get up,
Yeah.
and Leticia Stauch is getting a new trial.
Yeah.
What in the giblets?
Yeah, but first, you know the YouTube shorts and everything, and I don't know if anybody else gets it, but it made me laugh. It was one of these. If you get $50,000, would you be gay for an hour? And on the short, it was just a guy saying, "Hey, buddy, can I borrow your bow and arrow for an hour?" And I feel
Don't let Kathy Nestor see that. She's going to think everyone's gay.
yeah. It was so unexpected. I'm just, oh, that's funny. That's folks. No, bow and arrow in itself doesn't make you gay. It was just the unexpectancy of the thing. Well, and on another, this is a good name for a beer.
Pavlov's dog. Now, is it a darker beer? I know there's flavors of beer.
I have no idea. I saw it, I bought it, so obviously it works. So let's see what kind of beer this is. No, it's not a dark. Oh, it's a gold. Yeah. Well, compared to like Bud Light, yeah, it's a dark one, but it's more amber. What
I was
does it
about to say, compared to Guinness, it's very light.
Yeah, compared to Guinness, it's very light. It is here. Oh, premium bitter, which is British for tastes good. Oh.
But don't you drink it warm over there? Or there are some that you cool and then some you don't, because I know
Yeah,
I've
if you
heard
don't
that
like the beer, you have it cold, so it tastes less. If it's a good beer, room temperature, so you actually taste the beer. That's about
I'll
it.
stick with vodka.
Oh,
Who am I kidding? I'll stick with candy. If I ever went to Europe, like, I'd come back 600 pounds heavier.
oh, look! Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that! Anima Rampere! Why are you only slightly buzzed? You should be completely blitzed. Yeah, that might be a goal of today. $10 Rumble Rant. Here's some money towards the intoxicant of your choice. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so nice. Because also, via PayPal from Diana, $50 to support your move. Good luck. America is the best country. I'm partial to Montana. Is Montana a city or a state?
Montana is a state.
Okay.
I don't think we've done any trials for Montana.
No.
Montana might be without crime.
It's very, very not densely populated. But thank you so much, Diana. I need to check. Where is Montana?
I know it's somewhere.
It's up the border towards Canada.
Beautiful
It's
country.
northwest neighbor to Idaho, Wyoming, North and South Dakota. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Very, very few tornadoes up there, I would assume.
I think there are a lot of snowstorms, though, but it might be normal weather for you. You'll just be like, this is balmy summer day. Nick goes out in the middle of winter in shorts and Crocs. Hello.
Hello.
This balmy weather's great. People are like, it's 30 below. Would you stop?
But that means we are actually starting the show with a spin on the wheel of regrets. Heyo! Dun, 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 dun. No, I don't want that. I'm not talking with everything. There you go. 5 Wives Vodka. Out of course, Utah. They do have humor.
I do like it, but you're going to need to go to Utah soon. You're going to run. You're on your fifth wife.
Yeah, and again, just to show you people how bad this picker wheel is. This is how much I have left of the vodka. Before this, they had me empty the Malort, and I'm almost halfway down the fucking Canadian whiskey. It's I have a very, very racist picker wheel.
MLS, it's travesty. You should get in here and drink with us.
Yeah, definitely. And Prosecco for Dave. Or, as I saw in the supermarket not that long ago, a non-alcoholic Prosecco called No Secco.
Why?
Yeah, I have no idea.
At that point, just drink grape juice.
Yeah, I mean, that's sparkling grape juice. I mean, it's really not. So we're off to a good start. Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nick is drinking without you. Next time, you're in Sweden, we need to take a reunion between me, Baker, and Dave, going back and forth on the ferry, getting just drunker and drunker while live streaming, because that.
Yes.
As Dave always said, he does not even remember
I wouldn't.
closing the stream down, leaving the ferry.
I don't know how y'all do it, because that's why I did the ramen of regret, which I still regret. Yeah, Saturday shenanigans is going to be like Easter candy Mo wants to eat.
Mm.
That's going to be our shenanigans.
All right, so we're off to a good start. Yeah. Ooh. Now, where were we?
Well, so the news came out yesterday about the
Yeah.
Leticia Stauch thing, and it was nice to be able to talk to Baker and kind of read more today, because I really wasn't understanding,
Yeah.
what had happened. To be fair, I wasn't all that with it yesterday, but it still seemed like such a small error for such a big
Yeah.
remedy, I guess.
Yeah, because it is such plain language in the law. I mean, so there's really no workaround. I mean, it really says shall, not should, not maybe, not indiscretion, shall be disqualified if it is within 3 degrees and it counts marriage. And it was the juror's son-in-law who worked for not only for the DA's office, he worked directly under the prosecutor for this case.
And no one, I mean, I know the defense said something.
Yeah. And the judge said, I don't think this is constitutional. And the appeals court said, oh, yeah, it is.
Now, do we know? We were trying to figure out kind of a timeline. Are we looking at maybe June for a retrial?
Well, it depends, because as it goes down to the lower court, now they will be start to filing again. Because there
with
might
like
be
motions in limine?
motions in limine. There might be new
yeah.
statutes, new case law since 2023. I mean, yeah. So within a year maybe. Because
Okay, I
I mean,
was
most of it,
wondering.
yeah. Unless the judge says, unless you have a new statute and a new case law to bring with this, every decision still applies.
Yeah, I
So-
was wondering if all of the motions in limine that were from that last trial stood, or if this is a brand new thing and we're going to go at this again, because I know there was a lot that the defense wanted to leave out. I
Yeah.
mean, the motions got denied, but
Yeah, I think the big one is her history of manipulation as prior bad acts. That I think is one in contention. Now they brought it up in the appeals court, but only the dissenting opinion brought it up, so they don't have to rely on it. No, because that's not statute. That's just a dissenting opinion. Thank you, Derek. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you.
yeah, it was just a little bit hard to kind of figure out where we had to go now. And then, is she appointed a new, I guess, public defender? Because I'm guessing the appellate attorney isn't going to be the same as a trial attorney.
No, my guess is if her prior attorney is still available, I would assume they are going to ask him. Now, he was a public defender, but I honestly don't know. I would assume it's him
I
or them.
I would think so, just because he has kind of the understanding of the case material,
Yeah.
because I think that's gonna be the other thing is that the state's really gonna have to weigh. I'm guessing this wasn't an inexpensive trial with all the investigation, the experts, and the things that they had to go through. So, I would imagine that they'd want to save
Mm.
costs as much as possible.
Yeah, save costs. Don't waste time. Let's get this over with, kind of thing. And yeah, it depends.
I do wonder if she's going to go with a different kind of incompetent,
No,
because obviously
I don't think so, because that is her only option, is insanity plea.
well, I know, but DID didn't work. No one bought that she was a Russian-trained Colombian, Cuban spy along with a little Asian gymnast girl. No one bought the DID, so I would imagine
Mm,
she's going to have to do something else like, I fit of passion, fit of rage, I blacked out, I don't remember
mm,
anything, because it was so overdone. I mean,
mm.
stabbing, blunt force trauma, and shooting. It was so
Yeah,
insanely overdone.
yeah. But I don't see with everything, with all the evidence. I mean, it's the reasonable doubt just isn't there with the
No, I don't
evidence.
see it working, I see her trying it.
Yeah. So unless they get the motion in limine going and have somehow there's new case law, new statute regarding prior bad acts, everything will be presented the same. And will there be a new judge? No, I don't think so. Jan asks. No, it's sent down to the same court and probably towards the same judge, who is now gets his instruction. Yeah, you can't have relatives to the prosecutor's office on the jury, because that's about it. What they actually struck down on, the constitutionality of it. I have a question. Are the other days of trial that aren't on your playlist on Rumble? No, not the Leticia Stauch one on Rumble, because me and Dave, we did a collab of sorts where I jumped in on his streams when he couldn't. So back then we didn't really, because this was in the beginning of my streaming career, I didn't know that the thing that you could do with the playlist. And since then, Dave got his channel yeeted, and everything on it is gone. Now he started over and everything, but everything he had on there, gone.
Yeah, and Dave, I think Letitia was the case that Dolly, Hella, Baker, and me kind of all started hanging around and thought
Yeah.
about possibly doing our own stream.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 years ago.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a rewatch, but we've done so many kid trials this year. I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Letitia is essentially a child's that, and I forgot how incredibly can we have a class action for the tone of her voice?
They should use AI. Make her have Jodie Aries voice. I mean, one crazy bitch. I mean,
Holy goodness.
does it really matter? Taylor Business voice, maybe? Or if they're using AI, Brooks.
That would be funny.
Oh, I salty Veruca. Cheers to being slightly buzzed with y'all. Thank you. And Dali, suffer, David. Oh, really? The playlist is
wow.
still on Dave's channel and available. Nice. I didn't think so. Yeah, so jump over to Dave's if you want to see how we reacted to all that bullcrap the first time around. Dave's channel.
Yeah, because the state actually did a pretty good job, and I think that there were things that they could pare down.
Dali, are you having communications with Jody Arias?
Dolly, remember what happened to her last boyfriend?
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. Like, it's
Yeah. Oh, she. Aww.
Oh,
Don't
I
send.
feel
Dali, don't send dick pics. And if you do,
send feet pics.
yeah, feet pics or gun pics or knife. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I almost said I trust your judgment, but
Bowling ball, because y'all used to call her the try.
the three-hole wonder. Oh, no, we didn't call. Well, we did call her that, but her boyfriend, that was his nickname for her to his friends.
You
Three-hole
know,
wonder. Oh.
that trial is cursed. That trial is cursed.
Oh wow. No, Anima Rampere, I'm not going to try to fix Jody Aries. Oh. Yeah,
I
so
forgot how
Leticia.
much she talked. Good Lord.
Oh.
Leticia, how did this woman get two men to marry her? Not under duress. Because, like, 1 minute with her, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. It's one of these examples of you have the right to remain silent, but not the ability.
Holy goodness. And I thought I was ADHD and, like, squirreled out. This woman could not tell a linear story if her life depended on it.
Well, technically, she didn't because her life depended on it. I mean, her linear story was, yeah, Maria, the Mexican
KGB.
Russian trained.
And there was what? Little Lucia,
Oh,
I wanna say Consuela, but maybe I'm making that it's been a while. I have to go back and watch all of her craziness.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell if it's from Leticia Stauch or an episode of Family Guy.
Well, it's funny, she got a therapist that bought into every
Oh,
single client she had,
yeah,
had DID.
yeah.
What are the
Who brought
coincidences?
her a book on DID?
Not to mention that her son, Dr. Lewis's son, hotboxed half the courtroom for token up a doob in, the courthouse. The judge had to be like, "Hey, we can't smoke in the courthouse." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know." I'm like, "Yeah, it's Colorado, but come on, not a courthouse."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the trial was wild, but also it was a trial that was so horrifying. And then, of course, with the camera crew there, we are now going to show autopsy pictures, and they tune it up to it. So we saw how Gannon
Yeah.
was found. Yeah. By the way, yeah, that was removed from edited out
Y-
from our streams because that was
Yeah, it was horrible, and
mm,
to think that another jury is gonna have to go through that again,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
it's irritating. It's irritating
mm,
that such a something that could have been taken care of, could have been easily fixed.
mm,
And
yeah,
now the families have to go
yeah,
through this all again, all of the
mm,
witnesses, and I'm sure the medical examiners and then that one creator who got the autopsy photos,
yeah, and
that
put
was
it
so
behind a
gross.
paywall to show
So
people.
gross. I don't remember who
Yeah,
it was, but it was such a gross move.
yeah, and yeah. Now we have here a statement from Gannon's dad, Al Stauch. After hearing the news today about the decision by the Court of Appeals, I am truly torn by the emotions of potentially having to repeat this process. My resolve, however, has never been greater. My desire for justice has never wavered, and most importantly, my love for Gannon will never fail. I'm reminded daily that Gannon is standing next to God in heaven, and together looking down at all of us. As Pastor Paul and my mama recommended so many times throughout this process, let's go to the Psalms. I declare Psalm 23 over my family, all of the attorneys on this case, and everyone who has shown love and support for Gannon. The end result will be the same, and although we do not wish to journey this path again, we stand with those who will handle this case and believe wholeheartedly in their ability to finish with this once and for all.
It will be interesting to see if Leticia, because we all remember Leticia's kind of performance in the
Yeah.
trial. It will be interesting to see if she's more
3 years in
com
prison. I mean,
more competent, or she's going to do the same thing where she does the kind of cousin it ring girl and
yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, Slidey Pie says, "I never forget Leticia's brother shouting from the witness stand. Why, Tesha? Why?" Ah,
yeah, and to know that, because, this was one of the first cases I got really into, to know that during that body cam footage of when she was saying Gannon ran away, that Gannon was in that storage room
yeah.
and or in her Tiguan.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Yeah. And lying, evading, and then she took off to Florida. And at least she was incompetent enough to not go out into the Everglades. She left him under a bridge in Florida, still in the suitcase.
Yeah,
So,
and it was just kismet that that bridge was scheduled to be inspected so
yeah.
shortly after that, because, uh, as as bad a condition as he was in, he was still in a
Yeah,
he was
found,
still
recognized. Yeah.
yeah. And the just the entire production she did, it was horrifying as even just like a bystander to have to listen to Al try to beg this woman for information because
Mm.
he's working with the police. Because I'd have I'd have taken her to the Everglades, allegedly in Minecraft. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to be your friend anymore. Tell me where my kid is.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of these cases where, I mean, on principle, I am against the death penalty. Sometimes I scream from the rooftops, and sometimes I whisper. This is one of these cases where my objections would be whispers because, I mean, everything about it, and the thing, we don't know under how much time this happened with the blunt force trauma, stabbing, and finally the gun.
Yeah, and there were some allegations that the final photo that she took, he had already passed on. They
Yeah.
found hydrocodone in his system.
Yeah.
So we don't know the hell that this little guy lived through. And then,
Mm.
you know, we have to go through it again. And I do wonder if they're going to struggle to find a jury. It was hard enough for them to find a jury, the first time because kid cases are hard. I wouldn't be able to do one.
Yeah. I don't know, because once the trial was over, people put it out of their mind. She's gone. We never have to think about that case again. And it's 3 years.
Fair
I mean,
point.
had this been 3 years in the early noughts or 1990s, this would still be on top of people's minds. But at this time and age, people move on, people stop talking about it. It might be that it will be easier this time around, because
Very good
between
point.
2020 and the trial in 2023, they talked about it constantly in local press, and then it has been radio silence the past
No,
3 years.
I hadn't even thought of it that way, so you're right, because it was kind of pivotal for me. So, yeah, I think about it maybe more often than most people do.
I'm not sure I want to go through that trial again. For me, the end result for me will be the same. It will be the same evidence presented. It's going to be a rerun.
It'll be interesting to see if I have the same impressions of the defense being incredibly weak and ill-prepared. If they decide to take any other tact, or again, if there's anything that's come forward, or if she's been diagnosed with anything in prison. I mean, she definitely was, diagnosed malingering the first time, but she's been in prison for 3 years. I mean, we saw I don't know if she's been in solitary confinement, and I find that I don't really give a shit for Leticia. But we saw what it did to Rick Allen. I mean, is she going to now be actually incompetent?
Well, it's a bit, because can she be deemed incompetent to stand trial is different from, was she insane at the time of the crime?
There was too much cover-up for her to have been, I think, legally insane.
Yeah. It was too much calculations. Too much. So, yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter if she's insane now, unless she can't help with her own defense, then that would be something. Now, I don't think that she did a good job play acting catatonic with her first trial, but I don't think.
Yeah, and at this trial, they will have everything she's done at the time regarding that, the defense in itself. Now, before the jury, they really can't say she's been in prison and this is the retrial, but people can testify how she generally has acted during these 3 years. And if somebody says, yeah, she's a regular book renter, yeah. So, no, I don't know if I want to cover that trial again. I already did it. I don't think because the facts of the case are still the facts of the case.
I do wonder if we're going to have any prison snitches. That would be interesting if that's a whole new element. If she started talking about stuff, if she started bragging or confiding to someone, that might be an interesting thing to see. I don't think you need them in this case. I would hesitate to bring anything new in. You don't need it. She's all guilty.
I mean, there's overwhelming amount of evidence in this case. Overwhelming. But also, from the outside looking in, this Leticia Stauch gets a retrial within 3 years of her conviction. At the same time, Zachariah Anderson sits in prison for something he could not have done. We have Rick Allen in prison for something he could not have done. And knowing now she gets a new trial because of constitutionality. And I agree. According to the Constitution, she should have a new trial. At the same time, here, these two people, Mr. Faust, convicted of something insanely stupid. And this evidence is not there, and she gets a new trial. And they have to wait and hope that the appeals court finds enough that they can't explain away with harmless error.
Yeah, and it's maddening. It's maddening to know that, you know, it's slow and ponderous for some and then quick and speedy for others. It really is aggravating, and some days it's just like, damn it. Just
Yeah. But that's the system. If a jury finds you guilty, and then you have the levels of the appeals matter, reversible errors. But this is what happened in Leticia Stauch's trial is a reversible error because it is constitutional. They don't have to analyze would the evidence have convicted her anyway. It's enough with a baseline of one biased juror due to the closeness of the relationship to any lawyer who was presiding in this case.
Yeah, and this was such a pivotal case. I am so shocked that the judge was this like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's constitutional, and it's really plain language. It's right there. Shall be. A juror shall be excused. There's no choice involved. And he still made that mistake.
Yeah. And it will be interesting to see how everything plays out, but we've got to wait for all of I mean, this is just a brand new trial, I guess, so we've got to wait for the motions in limine. I'm hoping they have all the discovery figured out.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be. It should be an easy retrial for the prosecution. Now, they still have to go through everything. It's still probably going to be a 3-week trial. Maybe they can cut the unnecessaries out, but it's still going to be a 3-week or more trial.
Well, she did a lot in those, several weeks of just moving things back and forth, different stories, and they had to check all those stories out. So that's the other thing. Even if they wanted to shorten it, you've still got 6 different stories she told that had to be checked out.
Yeah. Now, just let's see. Hold on there. I'll bring this up. Every time. We'll talk about this. every time we talk about the Zachariah Anderson trial. You see here, Thach's house, Rosalio's apartment. According to the state, he made that trip and back, and he had a 14-minute window at 9 p.m. where he did the crime. In order for him to even remotely do it at that time frame, he had to pass all these blue dots, which are cameras. He was not on one of them. Not one. And these are just the nearest route, because there's been argument, he took a reroute. Yeah, but if he took like a reroute, then he still had to pass a couple and then all of a sudden go all around. And then you still have into Waukesha. And there are additional cameras here.
Yeah, I don't think there's a scenic route.
No.
Maybe if he went completely rural, but I don't see there being a rural route.
Yeah. And even if he took the scenic route here, but then he had to still, there are cameras along this way as well. And he would not have made it in time. That's like an extra 15 minutes one way. And let's say, but he stepped on the pedal to get through those backwater roads. Yeah, how still with a rolled up body in a 7 by 5 foot rug through corners and everything, that rolled up would have bounced everywhere. And it's just not possible to make that happen. But sadly, the prosecution lied, exaggerated, hid, and with that tiny speck of DNA that was not a match, not a close enough match. The match was 1 in 10,000, and only through a 50%, because they didn't have his Rosalio's dad's DNA, so they can only match it to Rosalio's mother. So you're already gone 50%. So 1 in like 10,000. Yeah, 1 in 10,000. This area has over 100,000.
Yeah, that's not a.
Then it's a match to 10 different people.
Yeah, and that's not high for DNA. That's incredibly low.
Yeah.
I do hope that the state in the Stauch case is able to keep Harley off the stand, because I know that the defense did try to throw her daughter under the bus.
Yeah.
But I do hope that she can be spared that at least, because that was incredibly difficult testimony to watch. You could tell she was having a hard time with that.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. That's such a gruesome case. And I don't think I want to cover. Now, if something unexpected happens, of course I will cover it. Oh, yeah. If she does a business and attacks her attorney, I'm going to show it.
I wouldn't put it past her. I mean, she attacked a federal agent on her way back to Colorado with a Monster energy drink.
Yeah.
Although that heifer never shuts up. Who the hell was giving her caffeine? I'd have given her no dose, knocked her ass out, or freaking Dramamine.
Here, have some chamomile tea. Oh, yeah. All right. enough of I almost said Taylor Swift business. Leticia Stauch. Let's talk about Laura Owens. Now the case is the trial is getting closer and closer. It's been postponed. It was supposed to start now, but postponed. To July or August, I think.
So we're gonna have Clenny and
Yeah.
Owens.
Yeah, both trials were supposed to happen around now, and they both postponed to roughly the same time.
Now, was it postponed because didn't Laura Owens get new representation to give them up to speed, or was there anything additional to
new representation and additional discovery? Because I think her new attorney, it might be more to the case than that one-day trial they had. So, yeah, you have about a decade of deceiving and faking pregnancies and lying in documents and lying to courts. And then he has to take into account that one of the defense witnesses is probably going to be David S. Gindrass, who helped Laura allegedly lie in court documents, have to lie in court.
Now, Nick, I know I haven't kept up with this, but wasn't she supposed to be filing for bankruptcy? I thought she was poor. How does she have a lawyer now that she's paying for?
Her bankruptcy case is still ongoing because, of course, she had a hard time filing the correct papers, and they had hearings regarding her. Okay, what's your actual income? Because here you have reported 0 for the past 3 years, but in Owens v. Eckert, you said you had $450,000 in cash on this account on a sworn affidavit. You claimed you made $82,000 through this podcast. You still have to declare the income. Then you have to also, here's the deductibles and here's all the things.
Yeah.
You also said you were the CEO and owner of this company, and now you're saying, no, I was more managing, unpaid. Yeah, but on LinkedIn it says you're the CEO and owner of this company. Yeah, I didn't know the difference.
Now, I'm blonde under this, but I can still determine there's a difference between manager and owner because they're different words, but they also mean different things.
Yeah, but she uses, as Amber Heard, she uses the words interchangeable.
Ah.
So her bankruptcy case, which she used to hinder Clayton to get through her finances, well, she might have perjured herself again.
It's a day that ends in Y, Nick.
Yeah. Now, of course, David Gindrass has his own issues. He's still awaiting trial for his second DUI because he failed all the things when he was caught about a mile from Laura Owens' house at 2 a.m.
To be fair, like I said, he had to listen to Laura Owens. I need to be boozed out of my mind.
Yeah. And so now he has this case, the Arizona State Bar, and he's trying. He does it. I don't think. Well, his best is about the best of a rock or a plastic bag, but he is trying to. Judge Mada's father, Harry Howe. He subpoenaed Harry Howe to appear with all the documentations on March the 9th. Harry Howe was served this subpoena on March the 9th at 8:30 p.m. And of course, wrote to the state bar and the presiding attorney, how am I supposed to do this when I'm served the day off? And statute says I have 10 days to object or file anything. And then Gindras filed, he's not complying with the subpoena.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And there's back and forth, and it's, you're supposed to be at this address on March the 9th. The address he was subpoenaed to was a mailbox at the UPS store. Because that is where David Gindras has registered his law firm.
I mean, you kind of feel bad for a man who's such an eternal fuck up, but then he continues to shoot himself in the foot, and you're like,
now this is him postponing. He's just stalling, because as long as he has a bar card, he can still represent Laura, because it is kind of in his interest to still have influence over Laura, because the moment he can't, everything that he did in those cases, it's kind of going to be evidence. It still might, but so he's just stalling. It's stalling.
Well, but at some point, won't the disciplinary board see this as a stalling tactic, and won't that possibly increase whatever penalty he's going to get if he's deliberately trying to game the system?
Technically, they can, but it's also up to the attorneys who is running the case for the state bar to say, we will include this. But now their tactics is, we don't care about this new stuff, because in his filings he already acknowledged the basic facts of this, which is enough for disciplinary actions.
Well, I would have thought that bringing a judge's father into anything and then putting it in legal paper documentation would be a bad idea.
Yeah, as Mickey says, he's already admitted enough, which waived a hearing, and he's been recommended to lose his bar card for 6 months and 1 day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And this means if he gets this 6 months and 1 day, he has to tell that to every person he's currently representing, and hand over those cases to a person with good standing with the state bar. He also have, because he's a licensed attorney in California as well, and they will send it there as well. This person is not allowed to practice law for 6 months and 1 day in Arizona, in case there are cross-state cases, which Laura Owens kind of is.
Yeah, isn't she? Well, she did have the TRO in California, or
but
San
those
Diego?
are technically separate cases, but in the criminal case, it might be brought in, since they are charging her as repeat offender first time caught. but I'm not sure if they want to. I think they are just gunning for the Arizona stuff.
Well, and that's what I was wondering. I didn't know if we knew anything about this new defense attorney or if this was someone that he had recommended.
Yeah, but in the criminal case against Laura Owens, which he probably will be a witness, for both sides. Now, if he has this penalty against him, that will be brought up in court. Isn't it true, Mr. Gingerass, that you're not allowed to practice law? You were sanctioned by the Arizona State bar. Yeah, that it's hard to testify for Laura with that in your baggage.
Well, yeah, especially when, your client has a weird relationship with the truth. And now you're shown to have an even interestinger relationship with truthiness.
Yeah. Because in his when he represented Laura, so both he was representing Laura during her deposition, where she said a few things. He was also representing Laura when she wrote. Well, he allegedly, according to Laura, wrote the affidavit. She just signed it. So she might throw him under the bus. And I say that's her only defense in the criminal case. My
It
lawyer
really is. He said it was fine. He said the truth doesn't really matter-ish.
Yeah. So for Laura Owens, throw Gingerass under the bus.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even have to throw him under the bus. Just because she is the one who waives attorney-client privilege. It's not Gingerass. He has no say in that whatsoever. She can waive that privilege. And look here what he told me in this text. Look here what he told me in this email. That's basically her only chance to avoid
yes,
conviction.
But is she going to be smart enough to take that chance?
No, I don't think so, because she doesn't believe she has done anything wrong. Even she's that type of person that even if I'm lying, it's your fault for making me lying. That's Laura Owens for you. And so
it will be interesting to see her demeanor in court, because I have a feeling she's not going to be able to handle, like Corey Richins wasn't able to handle, kind of ego insults. I don't think Laura's going to. I think we're going to see a lot of fake illnesses. She's going to pass out, and
I mean, she's already starving herself. She claims to have an eating disorder, that their history of eating disorder from when she was a teen. I have not seen any medical records of that. So it might be true, it might not be true. But in my opinion, she knows that she needs sympathy. And she uses that by either lying about other people, lying about abuse, lying about being pregnant. And one of her weapons is starving herself. I don't think she has an eating disorder. It's just a way for her to get what she wants.
Very much could be. I don't know. She's so incredibly. The sad thing is she'd be incredibly sympathetic if she didn't victimize people. Because here you have a person that seems inherently unable to have relationships without some level of coercion being there. She can't form them, and she continues to do this expecting a different result.
But it's worked all her life. That's the thing. She has her and her mother manipulated her poor father. I mean, that guy 10 years ago had everything worked out. multi-millionaire, big house, everything was set and done. He was good for life. And then Laura and her mother robbed him clean.
Yeah, I'm still so confused about the money thing because I thought the parents and Laura were looking at bankruptcy, but they're still, like, running horses and
Yeah,
God knows what.
her parents' bankruptcy case was dismissed. No.
I remember they had stopped there so Laura could
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, that's interesting because they got their bankruptcy case dismissed because they refused to file the correct paperwork, and all of a sudden, Laura has money for a lawyer. So it's it's such an insane case, and this is what we know.
Yeah, I
And
will be interested to see what we learn in trial that maybe has been found out through the investigation.
yeah, had they talked to her high school buddies? When did it start with her? Well, if you're not going to be with me, I'm going to claim you abused me and I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I wonder if this did start in high school or college. I wonder
Yeah,
if they are going to,
find
have
that.
find
Find more.
well, because it has to. I mean, this is a pattern and it's fairly sophisticated to
Yeah,
say I'm having twins, to have,
yeah,
ultrasound lined up, to have, blood work lined up.
yeah,
It's definitely gotta be, like, something you learn.
yeah. And she steals other people's stories. I mean,
Yeah.
when she claimed at the trial with Eckert, when she claimed that she had one of these disappearing fetus syndrome, and then we found out that the person she stole the sonogram from, that's the woman who actually had a disappearing fetus syndrome. She
Yeah.
knew she was pregnant with twins. She had a sonogram with both of them, and then she had a sonogram with only one of them. And her story, also years of IVF, desperately. I mean, multiple instances of non-viable pregnancies. And Laura just, yeah, I'm going to steal that.
Yeah, and there's no regard. It and that's how you know she's never been pregnant because there just was no regard for anyone else's story or loss.
Yeah. No, it's her. Oh, it's a way for her to get what she wants. And I say to you, if that woman takes the stand in the criminal case and it's a jury trial, Laura's royally fucked and not the way she likes it.
Yeah, I don't think she realizes the amount of trouble because she's never had consequences, and
Mm.
I think she's gonna show her ass. I think she's not I don't think she's gonna be helpful at all for her own defense. I think she's gonna go in there and whine about "Poor me," and "Won't you think of
Yeah.
me?" and
Yeah. And there's so much unknown. As I said, this is what we know, and it's so much. I'm not entirely sure that she ever had a cancer diagnosis. It might be something else. I mean, because
Now
the state has more possibilities to actually, yeah, we're going to look at that,
now
which Clayton didn't have.
can the state require her to undergo medical testing to see if she has any real diagnosis, or would that be a Fourth Amendment, like, overstepping?
It depends. It depends if the defense is going to bring it as a defense. That now they can't force her, but that's up to the court. I'm not entirely sure about Arizona statute in that regard, but they can always subpoena medical records,
Well,
and they
'cause I'm
can subpoena
thinking
all of it from
it
everywhere.
well, that's kinda what I was wondering
Mm,
because I'm guessing she doctor shops a lot, so it
yeah.
would be, a lot
Mm,
of different things, but also
mm,
just to get,
mm,
I don't know,
mm,
reliable
yeah.
information.
Okay, and here's another case I'm covering, the Hyperbaric Chamber case out of Michigan. The CEO, Tamla Peterson, was arraigned in Howell District Court on 9 counts of health care fraud, false claims.
Now, I
I'm s-
haven't watched anything about the Hyperbaric case. I think it
mm,
was, if I'm not mistaken, involved a young child
yeah.
but was the chamber malfunctioning? Was there a history of it not doing what it was supposed to do, and they ignored
Yeah,
it?
the Hyperbaric Chamber case is a 5-year-old was he was treated for sleep apnea and ADHD in a hyperbaric chamber. Yeah.
I
And that
I'm not a
hyperbaric
doctor,
chamber,
but I've never
mm,
heard of ADHD with over-oxygenation. I just
yeah. Now, for those who don't know, a hyperbaric chamber, more commonly known as treating diver's sickness. If you uh, ascend too fast, it creates bubbles in your blood, so you have to be pressurized to the level under the water where you were, and then slowly bring you to surface level pressure. Now, this hyperbaric chamber somehow is used to force in oxygen because in people
well,
by
yeah.
pressure, uh, pure oxygen pressure. Now you have to, and of course, uh, with the enormous amount of oxygen, yeah, temporarily it has positive effects temporarily. There are no evidence for lasting effect. And then you have these clinics who use this as snake oil remedy. It cures everything. Just look at the testimony of these 205 people we made up. And you can't use it. Insurance, no, we're not covering that. So you have these desperate parents with probably high energy children
Yeah.
who have tried the conventional ways. I'm going to try that, and for a day or two after one of these hyperbaric chamber, oh, he seems better, and they come back and they come back, generating thousands and thousands
Y
for these scam artists that just
yeah, and
temporarily relieve. And Tamla Peterson has several of these clinics. To the extent, but when it comes to this specific chamber, the manufacturer of this chamber told them, "You have exceeded the number, so we can't service it anymore." And Tamla kept going. Her staff serviced it, and to make the numbers higher, they cut corners. So in one of these chambers, it's real, since it's pure oxygen and pressure, you have to be grounded. And then use that by one of these grounding bracelets. They took away that. So that poor kid was in that chamber when a spark happened. And when pressurized oxygen and spark, kaboom. That poor kid, yeah, every because oxygen, his lungs filled. I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
he burned everywhere at once. And because they wouldn't put and the excuse they used in one of these pre-trial hearings was, well, it's a bracelet with a long cord. They might strangle themselves.
why the hell are you letting a kid sit in a hyperbaric chamber alone?
Exactly. Originally, there had to be an adult with them. That's one of the original recommendations. Because don't move around. Because what happens if you have clothes on one of these? You generate static electricity. And that's why it's so important with this grounding bracelet. They found their grounding bracelets in one of these, one of these drawers that contains everything you don't use. They found the grounding bracelets there, unused. It's a miracle this hasn't happened before.
And if this is happening in one of her clinics, it's happening in all of her clinics. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yes, Jake, no grounding strap. Now, the manufacturer of this thing testified. Well, a representative for that company testified. And, oh, you're getting so sued. Oh, you're getting so fucking sued. Because they don't care either. They sell a lot of chambers to all these clinics all around America.
This is preying on parents who don't want to zombify their children. Parents who want to be good parents and say, you know what, my son's just got a little bit of extra energy. But this is playing with fire. This is like the same idiot people that'll make Jurassic Park again and again and again.
Yeah, it's infuriating. It's and avoidable. That's what pisses me off so much. Completely avoidable by a fucking $5 grounding bracelet.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You would think that if you're going to do something that's quasi-medical, you would want to make sure, again, you are going to get sued. If this woman has a penny to her name in the next 50 years, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. Because allegedly, she tried to erase the surveillance cameras. She was found with foreign currency. She's not. I do believe she is an American citizen, but not born in the United States with dual citizenship. She was trying
to do a Donna.
She was allegedly gunning for it and she had the nerve, because they put her on I believe a $2 million bond because she was wealthy, and she posted it, of course, went to her mansion and has spent the last year and a half complaining about being restricted to her mansion.
I feel terrible for her. How does she survive?
Yeah. Folks, don't do this. Never do this. I would not. One of these few cases where I would not mind public shaming. You know, Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
I
facts of the case, and people can just walk by and spit on her.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I am really okay with that.
Yeah. It is so despicable. And it doesn't. I mean, I'm wealthy. I should get away with it kind of mindset. Oh no, I can't leave my mansion. I need your mansion plus the well. She can. I mean, she can still walk around her backyard.
It's a mansion.
It's a mansion, and she's complaining. And her poor attorneys has to argue for the court. So I've been covering the probable cause hearings because it wasn't handed over to the circuit court. I believe when was the last time I covered it? January? Or maybe December? Last time I did a stream about it. And then it was the ruling from the judge. Yeah, I find probable cause for the three plus for her and 3 employees who the court deemed was, yeah, you were in position that you actually could have done something. And you chose
Yeah.
not only you chose not to, but you kind of made it worse by servicing the thing yourselves, even though it had more or less expired as a functioning device.
Well, yeah, and those are under incredible strain. I would
Yeah.
imagine it's not like a,
Mm.
Dodge Neon or a frickin', Toyota Corolla.
Mm.
You can't just ride these until they die.
But she did. At one point, I believe they claimed it was sold. Yeah, okay. To who the fuck do you sell a used hyperbaric chamber to whose warranties has run out? As you said, it's not a fucking car.
Well, I mean, I don't even think it could be it could be sold for scrap, I would think.
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, we got raided. Squid pro quo. Hey.
Howdy, Raiders.
Yeah, we are talking about very light-hearted cases here. Both cases, well, we're called 3 cases so far: the Leticia Stauch case, and now the Michigan Hyperbaric Chamber case, which both was dead children. But we had a brief thing with Laura Owens and her idiot attorney, which kind of also involves children, but those children, they never existed. She was never pregnant. And folks, she has not been here for quite some time. Hi, Hella.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I thought I'd surprise you.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
And I didn't even say I was coming. You sent me a link like hours ago, and I was just like, I'll just come in.
Yeah.
Hi, Hello.
Hello.
Nick,
Hey.
how's it going? Hi.
Oh. Now, back in the day, did you cover the Leticia Stauch case back in the day?
I wasn't even streaming then. I was I was on David's Discord with you guys, and I was, talking about it with you guys. And I remember the 2-pack emoji, and because we were trying to make light of it because it was so awful. And yeah, because remember all of the things she was saying in those interviews and the phone calls, because she was trying to make herself sound crazy, which she was to a degree crazy, but she would come up with these like really wild stories about like seeing, she saw Tupac at one point. I remember the Tupac thing. Sorry, I say Tupac because I'm Australian.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it.
I
Apparently
said
that's not right.
Tupac, or
Mm.
it didn't sound abnormal to me.
No,
I knew who
no.
you were talking about, so
Yeah, I think I went through a whole period of people telling me it's not Tupac, but it's Tupac. Apparently, it is Tupac.
Okay.
And I remember David making a Tupac emoji about it. But yeah, there was this whole thing about her seeing Tupac at the shops or something, and it was like, she went on and on for hours and hours. Remember the interrogations? And she just kept
yes,
talking.
Yeah.
Like, why is she still talking?
Yeah. And
because she will never stop. I do wonder if she's going to do the girl from The Ring again as her look, or if she'll go full Smeagol, like just my precious. I mean, I don't know.
People in chat are correcting my pronunciation of Tupac. Sorry, I'm an Australian, and I'm not the only one who says Tupac. I know this. I've done questionnaires.
well, so Tupac.
Allegedly.
I've heard it said both
We're talking
ways.
about the chat who for a year and a half didn't tell me I pronounced the chat, which apparently means something completely different. Yeah. So I'm sorry, chat, that I'm not completely trusting you guys about the pronunciation of things, because you allowed me for a year and a fucking half to call you my chat.
We love it, though. It's very funny.
Assholes.
You expected anything different from
No.
us?
Nah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And people in chat are thanking me for the Laurie Daybell footage, but technically it was Dali who got the Laurie Daybell footage.
But it was funny, yeah. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Yeah. Now, Hella.
Yes.
What do you think will happen during the retrial?
I think she'll be found guilty again.
Yeah.
And I gotta feel bad for Judge Werner. I think that was his name, Judge Werner. But I mean, come on now. I mean, really, like, how much of a difficult thing is it to excuse a damn juror?
Yeah.
Of all the procedural things that you could mess up with, there are so many complex procedural things that a judge can get wrong, and you can go, okay, well, that's a bummer. But excusing a juror, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't have been so desperate for a jury. I mean, yeah, I understand that area, Colorado. I mean, they live only 5 people there, I heard. The rest are ski instructors. And but I mean, it was so, yeah, off your fuck, bring in another group of potential jurors.
I just don't get it. There's
No, I
so
don't.
many things you could get wrong, and that's the thing you get wrong.
Yeah, to the extent it's a constitutional error which mandates a retrial. It's yeah.
Yeah, and then, trying to figure out what we're going to have to do again, and then what we're going to have to motions and limine and all that.
I mean, El Paso County is nowhere near skiing.
2 out of 3 of us have no clue about anything in the US.
And the other one
I
failed
barely know in what
geography.
region of the United States Colorado is, except it's snow. So it's either north or mountains.
I live in a fake country, so
Yeah. Hella lives in a glass dome.
Yeah. I mean, there's fairies here.
Yeah. And the one person who might have a clue, do you care?
Well, I know it's in Colorado. I don't presume that Colorado is all just ski bars and Aspen, but I
Is
just
Colorado near Utah? I went to Utah. I do. Yeah.
You went to Utah?
Yeah.
Did you
Last year.
did you get converted to Mormonism, or you okay?
No.
Right.
I was in Utah
Did you meet
when
Laurie?
Charlie Kirk was killed.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Really? Do you
Yeah.
have like a
August last year.
PTSD
No,
story
September
about
last year. I went to Utah. I rented a camper van and drove around and down to the gorges and everything. And when I drove up to, because I was going up to Logan to meet up with Vice Baby, so I had to drive between a lot of these things. So no internet whatsoever, and then passed through, got north of them, parked at a gas station, checked. Hey, I wonder what's been going on here. Oh, Charlie Kirk was shot about 45 minutes from where I were.
Oh, wow.
By a person who lived from where I was driving from. So I wonder, did I pass
Allegedly.
anyone here? Did I pass? Huh?
Allegedly.
Allegedly? Yeah.
It will be
allegedly.
interesting to see how Miss
Minecraft.
Nestor does with a more high profile case, because I don't know that we got to see her best foot forward in the Corey Richins trial. So it will be interesting to see if she does a better job with Tyler Robinson's.
Yeah.
Corey
Yes,
Richards
covered.
with a high profile.
Yeah, but
She
I
did a
mean,
terrible job, Hella. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm trying to give her grace. I'm hoping that
Yeah.
that maybe she'll find a fact that's factual when she goes up and tries to catch something or someone
You
in
met them
something.
in Hawaii. No, Costa Rica. Oh.
Yeah. So
Mm.
it will be interesting to see how she does with this trial.
Yeah, it wasn't good. We had the theory on my stream that she might even have done so bad in the Corey Richins trial because she had hearings all the time regarding what's his face?
Robertson.
Robinson.
I
That
don't know
she
if
might
went
not have
to-
she might not have prepared properly, or just might have been distracted.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I don't get about that is, what the hell was she doing up there, actually doing all the questioning, when she had a really good lawyer, as in Ramos, sitting right there doing freaking nothing?
Yeah, that's
he
what
was really good.
I didn't
wasted.
understand her pathological need to cross-examine when it was obvious that she wasn't doing a good job, or she didn't prepare enough for it, because she was not quick on her feet. She wasn't prepared. She wasn't even able to off the cuff ask questions that she brought up that were leading to some good things, like with the private investigator. She had a perfect opening to say, the cops didn't do a really good job here, did they? And he was perfectly primed to poo on the cops all day long.
Yeah. And he was on his way to rant about how bad the cops did and how much he had to help them when she interrupted him with a new question. So yeah, let's see what she brings in the Tyler Robinson case. But the sad part thing is, pre-trial in the Corey Richins, they did good work, but at trial, rubbish.
It's interesting how that works out sometimes. Sometimes it's like you can be waiting for trial to come, going, oh wow, these lawyers are really, really good, and then it's like, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I think that there could have been more. I think there could have been more made about the fact that the family was so intertwined with
Yeah.
the initial investigation, and in
Yeah.
a way that I think could have been sympathetic. And I think that's really where
Mm.
a lot of these defense attorneys, but a lot of attorneys really lose it, because we're seeing it in the Gerhard Koenig case,
Mm.
where the defense attorney was really quite hateful to the victim.
Mm.
And we're seeing these, being aggressive isn't always the best tact.
No.
Yeah. And I remember when she asked the PI, well, he had a relationship, didn't he? And he said, what? Yeah, read this text. And he just looks at it and, yeah, this is a joke. And then when he read it out loud, we are opening up our marriage and I'm bringing you home. It's clearly a joke. It's a rib. It's a joke. And all I could think about was,
You stupid woman!
Well, it wasn't even that, but okay, let's take it that she legitimately felt that Eric did. She was trying to shame him for his sexuality. It was such a
Yeah.
crass,
yeah,
this is Utah, he wasn't a good Mormon, and oh my
Mm.
gosh, he might have been gay. It was such a
Mm.
gay panic,
Mm.
kind of thing. It was just a gross and low class move, in my opinion.
yeah. And I agree, because I heard on EDB when she interviewed the PI, the defense brought up all the time, you never found any fentanyl in the house. Well, yeah. Doesn't that say that somebody brought it there, and the only other adult in the house at the time he died was Corey Richins? Shouldn't you exclude the fact they never found fentanyl in the house? Wouldn't you say, never talk about they never found fentanyl? Because that only says somebody had it, somebody gave it to him, and then somebody got rid of it.
Yes and no.
Mm.
It
Yeah, I
still
don't agree with
doesn't
that.
actually it still doesn't actually say whose hand put it in his,
But it
mouth,
was
or
only 2 adults there.
yes, and
Including Eric's one of them, though.
Yeah. But
but
in
wasn't his
this
mom,
trial,
or
Yeah.
wasn't Corey's mom there when they were doing a toast? Because the mom was saying something on the body cam about Eric looking not so great the night before.
Yeah, but that didn't come in though.
no,
So
Well, no, but I noticed it and I watched the body cam. So, and it was the body cam that was in for the trial. So I picked that up just from the body cam footage. But
yeah,
it just, there's a lot of that just something doesn't sniff right with her and her mother. But
no.
So-
Especially
something
when
doesn't seem
I
right.
didn't know her mother has a suspicious past with her husband suddenly dying one night.
Actually, wife.
Oh, wife.
But
Yeah.
but nothing was ever.
Yeah.
That
Hmm?
she overdosed.
What do you think about this beer? I think it's an amazing beer. Pavlov's dog. Yeah, I mean.
So
Now-
ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I'll have another one.
oh, go ahead, Hella.
the guilty beyond a reasonable doubt is a very, very high bar.
Yeah.
I will just tell you where I sit with the Corey Richards case in the end, and she most probably did it. However, if I were on that jury, I could not have found her guilty of the highest charge, because the state did not meet their burden as far as proving that he did not die of an accidental overdose, as far as I'm concerned. They should have tested his body to ensure that he had no prior
Hair
exposure
follicles.
to yes.
Yeah.
That without that,
Yeah.
it was that hair follicle test. It was a lack of
Yeah.
that hair follicle test that was too much for me. I could not get past that.
Mm.
So for me,
mm,
that just took it away.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could not find her guilty based
Mm.
on that. Yeah.
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 And
I don't think they had enough for the attempted poisoning. That's where
Oh, that was ridiculous. That was
that's where they got me about that. But I do think that it's
probably is not
common.
enough.
No, but I think that you can get there with all of her behavior after the fact. The behavior after the fact is incredibly indicative of guilt.
she talked
and-
herself to that sentencing.
And
to
the walk
that
the dog
conviction.
letter.
Yeah.
There
Some people
there
feel
was
that way,
enough.
and I respect anyone who feels that way.
Mm.
Well,
But for
yeah,
me,
no.
personally, I couldn't put her there. Yeah.
Well, no, and that's why we have, different people and different perspectives, and that's why everything.
And I understand why people might, because I said I'm on the fence. I'm at that should I, shouldn't I? I'm right there. If I were on the jury, I don't know, because we had the privilege of an overview. But I think what many people who watch this trial have so much information. Everything pre-trial, everything else she did, everything else statement she allegedly did.
I didn't.
We didn't.
Well, but I didn't. I went in and thought that she actually, for the first week, of all of the defendants we've seen, she was the only one that has authentically given off delicate damsel in distress. Authentically, as a part of her general, like, just if you observe her, you kind of think, gosh, why is she here?
Yeah.
Then her face started getting her in trouble because she can't control that bitch.
No,
I'm here.
Her mask fell after week 1, and that death stare she gave some of the witnesses. I mean, look down at papers. Jesus Christ.
Not only that, but her defense, again, her defense made it a mockery. This could have been a coherent defense with the police did not investigate enough, but instead we got, well,
he's
Eric
gay!
Eric was worth more to Corey alive than dead. Corey was a great businesswoman. It was all going to turn around. Well, she was having an affair, but it just none of it added up. None of it made any sense.
Yeah. But they fought so hard to get evidence out. So much of the economics were, no, you can't bring it in. Can't bring it in. So much. And as I listened to Emily DeBaker's interview with the private investigator, which is an amazing interview.
I need to watch that.
There's a lot more of what she said and did after. A lot more that was never admitted into this trial. So they did a hell of a job excluding things only to make a shit job at trial. I mean, was this a winnable case? Yes, I think so. But they fucked up. It was not a good defense at trial. They made too many mistakes, which, of course, that the attorney doesn't, you met them in Hawaii. No, it was Costa Rica. More than one occasion regarding that. That affects how people look at the defendant, even though they shouldn't. Still talking about Corey. Yeah. Still talking.
Are we still talking about Corey? Hello. He was scratching to get at the door. And I was like, okay, he'll come get you. Hi, everybody. This is Old Man Seraph.
Old man.
Very old man.
Aww.
He's nearly 20.
Oh, wow. Well, he's pretty spry for a 20-year-old.
Isn't he? Oh, he's my guy.
Mr. Jingles never cuddles like that. I can never hold him more than 5 seconds, and 4 of those seconds is him trying to get away. and then it starts being violent.
Oh, he's always with me. Is he single? Says Jewish. Jewish, is it? Yeah. Are you single? No, you're married, aren't you? You're mine.
Mm.
No. Isn't he beautiful?
Aw.
I wanted to ask you something, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk much about the Laura Owens case. I don't know much about it, right? But I do know that she's facing charges, right, in Arizona.
Yep. 14 charges of perjury, tampering with evidence, and identity theft.
Okay. So she wouldn't have been facing charges unless some people put pressure on the DA there, right?
As it turns out, the DA was already on the case as Megan Fox and others starting with their campaign. They were already on it.
They
Because-
were okay. So they had a campaign, but they had an investigation going.
Yeah, the investigation was already going because, as we learned, that they made this raid against her, the search warrant, already in January 2025. And before that, they had interviews with people. So they started this investigation more or less directly the moment after Judge Mara said, I'm referring this to the district attorney's office.
Okay.
They started the investigation by starting to interviewing people.
Can I ask you, do you think that they would have pursued the charges if it weren't for the public pressure?
It made them more... I think they would.
I think
But
a judge recommending
the
it.
campaign helped.
Right. And this campaign, was it big? Like, what was it? What did it involve?
Writing to the DA's office and very politely say, this has to stop. She has been doing this for a very long time. There's so much evidence about her lying in court, lying in documents, stealing people's stories. So I believe a majority of the campaign was politely ask the DA's office to investigate.
Was it people writing to the DA or what?
Writing.
Like, it was writing.
Yeah, writing. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. Reason I ask is because I don't know if you've been following what's been going on. I've been streaming recently, but there's a woman and she's in Arkansas right now, but she was living in Florida and she was dating a streamer called Jonathan Lee Riches. And she is hiding out right now, basically, alleging that she had her nose bashed in, that she's got some very terrible domestic violence allegations against this man.
Okay.
There are photos, there are police reports, and there are previous allegations as well. And there are 911 calls that have just dropped showing they're just horrendous, with her detailing things that have happened to her. She can't go back to her home that she owns with him in Florida. Meanwhile, he's gone back to Tucson to stream the Nancy Guthrie case. He's very well known. He has 500,000 subscribers.
Oh, does his streaming name starts with a J?
JLR, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And this has gone kind of mental over the last week or two. And they've come to they've agreed to what's called a order of protection, where both of them aren't
allowed near each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They're not allowed near each other, and they're also not able to have contact with each other regarding their finances. So it protects her interest in her finances as well, except via their lawyers, which is a good thing. But let's just say these allegations are with the district attorney or the investigating parties in Florida, but also in Washington, because there was a incident in Washington at Christmas time. Now, here's the thing. Criminal acts that occur very separate to civil investigation, right? So civil matters, and people keep saying, oh, well, the civil matter has been closed. But there obviously was criminal investigation. They said at the time in Washington that was probable cause to arrest him, but they didn't generate a warrant.
Okay.
Now, here we are at this situation where it's like, well, is he going to be arrested for these things at any point? And a lot of people are very mad, and they are like, what's going to happen? Is this going to be pursued? If we were to organize in some way for there to be pressure to be put on the Pasco County prosecutors and the prosecutors in Chelan in Washington, I'm just wondering if something similar could occur then to what happened to Laura Owens.
I mean, one of these campaigns, often it comes about organically. But what if you were to, we have to make a campaign out of this, it's all about respectfully, your actual name, and also if you make an email campaign or letter campaign towards that, you also have to know that those will be public records.
Yeah.
That if you're going to go through with this, your names are going to be in there, and JLR probably will get his hands on them.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he does.
But it's in my periphery. I've seen it happen. I don't know enough of it. I mean, I've seen maybe one show he does, and I can't say I understand the appeal of him. It's just another one yelling at. It's, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, it was very popular. Hey, I'm driving my car and yelling into a camera. And I didn't like it back then. I still don't. That's more or less what my opinion about what it does. Now, also, I've seen the postings and everything, but I don't know enough. But if everything turns out to be correct, if the evidence is there, sure, a letter campaign. And folks, physical letters also always makes a bigger impression than
physical
emails.
letters. Okay, interesting.
That's how you. This is how you influence politicians, not by emails. Physical letters. Somebody has to make the effort of opening.
Interesting. Well, I did not choose to cover this until I got all of the documents and I read all of them in detail, and I made a timeline of everything, and I looked at it all, and I had enough to convince me that there was something there that was worth bringing out to my audience. And this lady, her name's Magnolia, and she actually had me blocked on Twitter from ages ago because we had some argument over some case that they were covering. So I had no love for her whatsoever. But as far as I was concerned, it was very clear that a police officer had seen her injuries on Christmas Day in Washington, and that seemed to have occurred. As far as I could see, that was the evidence that was in front of me, and everything lined up as far as all of the documents that I could see. And so I showed that to my audience, and she got in contact with me. And of course, she unblocked me and all that kind of thing. And I've been covering it ever since, and that was about a week and a half ago. Since then, some other streamers have been, I mean, not independently, other streamers have been covering it. Two of them went to his street, and now he's decided he has a stalker. very Lauren Matthias-like. So he's gotten up
Yeah.
and he's gone, oh, I have a stalker, everybody.
Mm.
Pray for my family.
Yeah. So have my were they influenced by a certain turtle boy? Because
Nothing to do with him.
yeah. And when it comes to, I mean, Turtle Boy is a unique case because he does claim he's a journalist. He does claim he's a reporter with all the protections that we as local streamers might not have.
I
So
think
big,
actually he hates Turtle Boy. So they had a big run-in, JLR and him had a big run-in.
Oh. Yeah, so, but I mean, the action itself by doing a walk by and everything, unless you work for a news agency or are Turtle Boy prepared to spend 90 days in jail, I wouldn't recommend it. I can't say I wouldn't do it myself because if I were in the United States, I am doing what I do here. I might be in jail often because
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. The streamers that went to his street, they checked with the police first. So they said, we're going to do a peaceful protest on this street for awareness of domestic violence, and that's what they did.
Oh, nice.
So they had
then everything is cleared. Yeah,
they did. Yeah, and so they weren't even outside his house; they were a quarter of a mile down the street.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, no, they knew what they were doing prior. But yeah,
that's
he
good.
got on.
That's
his,
good. Then it's an excellent.
Then said, I have a stalker, everybody.
Yeah.
So very Lauren Matthias, like very. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's a raid because I wasn't streaming, but hi.
Hello, raid. Oh, and by the way, Wheel of Regrets is still at play. Let's see here. We are 32. So we are $16 away from the next spin on the Wheel of Regrets. So $16 away.
Yeah.
If you don't know, what do you mean spin on the Wheel of Regrets? Well, this is the Wheel of Regrets.
Nick, you need some ramen on your Wheel of Regrets now. It's
what do you mean? But I have food. I have a little jar of pickles.
In fact,
this tiny little 10-pound jar of pickles. This is food. It's one of the essential food groups. Pickles.
I'm not sure if you quite even know who I'm talking about to an extent that he yelled at Richard Allen as he was.
I know how
who
JLR is. His I know about his opinions in the Rick Allen case, and if he had been there August 2024 when me and Mo was there and done the same thing, well, I can't run. So all he has to do is walk swiftly. But I would have yelled back. And I'm a union guy. I speak at rallies without a fucking microphone. If you yell, I yell back. And when I do, everybody hears me.
You know, Nick, we do need to go over, and Hella, my life has been crazy the last couple weeks, but I do hope to go over the Richard Allen appellate brief and the state's response at some point.
Oh, it's bad.
I know. My life has been nutty.
Basically, what the state is doing is harmless error because say you have let's say you have 4 arguments. And then they say, because of the 3 others, this is a harmless error. And then they do it the same with this one. Because of the 3 others, this is a harmless error. And so it's all a circular argument for the state. And they don't really want to talk about the actual things. Oh, Hella.
Yeah.
Now, in the Rick Allen case, you know that they
Mm.
found unknown male DNA on the girl's private parts.
Yeah.
The one sentence in the state's response to the appeals brief was, "This could have been environmental factors." And my response to that, seriously, what do you reckon these environmental factors were? Were they doggy dragging themselves over the local jizzing point? How did they get seminal fluid on their fucking private parts
I-
by environmental?
Okay. Let's just go there for a second. And I know this sounds insane, but if you're going to say a statement like that, if you're actually going to come to court with a statement like
Yeah.
that, you need to come to court with scientific proof that that can happen. Now,
Yep.
I have read a paper about the instance of transfer DNA and clothing being caught up in washing machines,
Yeah.
and that living in the same household with men and not
Yeah.
like seminal fluid, but sperm and things like that being caught up in clothing. I've heard of that kind of thing, and therefore wrongful convictions or
Yeah.
DNA being mixed up because of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I've heard of that, right?
Yeah.
So come to
But-
court with that.
Yeah, exactly. Come to court with that. Now,
Don't just
the
say
interesting part
environmental
here,
factors.
with that is, but that is regarding all clothing. If this happened to these girls, then both girls and only their underwear had unknown male DNA, but not their own DNA.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. One was nude. So
Yeah.
again,
Mm.
that and show me how motility can, take sperm
Yeah.
from underpants to inside a person.
We
Again,
don't know
that.
if we don't know it was sperm, it was seminal fluid. It was never tested for sperm.
well, and that's the other thing. Why were these things not tested? If you were so sure that you got your guy, why didn't you test this?
Yeah. They
Why
did the presumptual testing to exclude Rick Allen, and then they stopped testing it to other people. Because once they knew it wasn't Rick Allen's DNA on the girls, they had no interest whatsoever in finding out whose it were. Because let's say, for the sake of argument, it is the male members of their families. Okay, investigate it, tell us the result. Yeah, we throw everybody's underwear into this. Okay, now you have not only an explanation, but now you have evidence to produce to a jury. They never did. They only said, yeah, it's probably laundry. That's it. And again, only on the minor girl's underwear. In what family does the male people laundry their minor girls' underwear? I mean,
the only thing I could think is that from what I remember of the case, Libby was being raised by her father,
yeah.
with the help of his grandparents or his parents. So I
But
could
that doesn't
imagine.
explain the other girl also
That's what
having
I'm saying.
unknown.
That doesn't explain the other girl. So even if you buy that as an off chance, why does the other girl? So are we trying to say that it was the same and Abby, borrowed a hoodie, but not underpants, as far as I'm aware?
Yeah. Now, Abby had Libby's sports bra over her own bra. But that doesn't explain why she had male DNA on her private parts if it was worn over. I mean, there's so much. And this after going through a 30-foot spring stream 3 feet deep.
Yeah, and I think it was so
Yeah,
it was so
it just doesn't make sense. Now,
e
before you Walsh, or is it Ye Walsh? You Walsh or J Walsh? I don't know. I'm into First Amendment simps and pickled herring. I love you.
oh dear Lord, MLS, put the Prosecco down.
That brings us to the Wheel of Regrets. Dun dun dun! You now have
Ooh, bourbon.
bourbon! Oh, I'm having a good day today. Thank you so much, J.E. Walsh. I assume this is J.E. Walsh, not you Walsh. Um, Kruger House bourbon whiskey. Also, look at how much of this I have. I bought this at the same time as this empty bottle of Malort, which got emptied thanks to the Wheel of Regrets. And I'm halfway through this bottle of Canadian whiskey, and I still have this much of this. The Wheel of Regrets usually hates me. Today, I'm having a good day. Today, I'm having a good day. And this is Zuta chocolate, which I bought at the Logan, Utah Zoo.
So,
Because
Hella,
nothing
do you guys
says,
do anything?
Let's protect animals. Nothing that says that like, here's a shot glass.
Interesting for Easter in your non-existent island?
Well, I'm Catholic, so we go to church.
Oh, well, I didn't know if there was like the Easter emu or like there was some sort of Australian.
The Easter
twist.
kangaroo leaves eggs.
We actually had we have a bilby. Do you know what a bilby is? Yeah. It's funny you asked that because we do. We have a bilby. So
Is it like when a wallaby and a kangaroo have a baby?
no, it's a marsupial. So it's actually a thing. It's like it exists. Like, well,
Oh.
I mean, it exists. So yeah, if you want to Google it, just bilby. It's really cute. And so it looks kind of like a bunny.
Oh, it's like a mutant kangaroo mouse.
The only one I know of is this guy.
No.
But yes.
Bring up a real bilby. It's cute. Like,
No, but you said marsipulami. And this is, look, it's a cartoon called Marsipulami. That's him.
Okay. No, I've not seen that before.
You haven't seen this cartoon before? It's from the 80s.
Well,
maybe 90s.
No. Yeah.
Because I'm
maybe
old as fuck.
Busy with the bilbies.
No, okay. What's a bill?
Bilby.
Bilby.
Yeah.
Oh! I'm just going to show you this.
Look at them. Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to ask this word. It's the Swedish word for it. I'm just going to.
That's not a word. That's not even a. That's impossible.
So,
okay.
So
no. I'm going to show you the direct translation of this word.
No.
Mutant rat. I love Swedish.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
Oh, poor bilbies.
They don't look like scrotums. They look like mutant Kanga mouses.
They do.
It should be a Kanga mouse.
But they're awesome, and they bring us chocolate.
Did the rabbit scrotum badger bring you chocolate?
Oh dear Lord! Please don't tell me it holds in. Get your scrotum chocolate, children. It's Easter.
No, folks, I'm not joking. Look at this. This is the actual Swedish word. All I did was
Wow.
yeah.
I
And-
love Google Translate.
Yeah. So that's
It's great.
the word.
That is
Okay,
so
who's
good.
allowed to make words up in Swedish? Because this is awesome. I'm moving to Sweden. I'm making up
Scrotum
words. This is gonna be awesome.
But they're
Oh.
so good. So literally, we have chocolate rabbit scrotum badges here.
Yeah. Your chocolate rabbit scrotum
You know,
badgers.
I would add that to the tourism. I would go to Australia now. Now that
Yeah,
We
yeah.
all want to see the rabbit scrotum badger.
yeah. Search up chocolate bilbies.
I'm going
There's
to
tons of
travel
them.
to, and the
Okay.
first thing in customs as I enter Australia, I want to ask about the rabbit scrotum badger.
Yeah, off you go.
how do you say that though? That's a long ass word for a little Kanga mouse.
Kaninpunggrävling.
Okay.
That's
That's
insane.
it.
I
And
couldn't
folks,
live in Sweden. Spelling would kill me.
Dave is doing very, very, very well as an attorney. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. All right, I'm still on the new shot of alcohol in the honor of the rabbit scrotum badger. Hella, you need to tell your Australian friends.
What Australian friends?
You need to tell Hayden. Yeah, you need to show him that. You need to show.
I do.
him. So
You're
It
right.
sounds like
Okay.
something I would name an animal.
Rabbit scrotum.
yeah, it's the new man bear pig.
I know, but
It's
I
the
mean,
rabbit
now,
scrotum badger.
now that's on my bucket list. I am going to name some animal Scrotely. I will. Yes. I have a goal now. I'm
Oh,
going to the
Hella.
Amazon.
Can you use those as have those as pets?
Bilbies?
Yeah,
Hell no, we're not allowed to go near them.
go.
I think they're endangered. Most of
Oh.
our cutest animals are endangered.
Do you find them at zoos?
Bilbies,
Australia?
maybe. There may
Yeah.
be some in zoos. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If they have, name our. If they have a
Name our
contest about
Bilbies.
naming one of these, you have to enter Mr. Scrotum.
Yeah. I will enter the Google Translate Swedish term there. Oh, dear.
Oh, that was.
David, are you coming on?
He's
that
having a He's having a birthday, which is
Oh.
also why I hope he doesn't remember this and only sees it on his credit card in a month when it's too late.
David's had a quarter of a shot. That's why he's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm.
Dave and I are the lightweights. That's why I did Brahmin of regret.
Right.
But I have to thank you, Hella, for bringing me the attention of what a bilby is.
Mo, I'm sure, did not think that I would actually say we do have our own Easter animal.
I figured y'all had an Easter crocodile. I figured some crazy guy with a mullet went out and crocodile wrestled someone, and then the Easter bunny, if he lived, then the Easter bunny came by.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, an Easter donk. You remember from Crocodile Dundee? It doesn't matter. I have a donk. And it's the big guy from the bar.
Ah, 'cause
Who's called Donk.
the other thing we call a donk is also an engine. It's got a great big donk.
I would not have interpreted
Instead of
that
donk.
as an engine.
No, I would have. I was
I
going
like this guy. He
valid.
has a big donk.
Yep.
No,
I'd
there's a donk on
assume that it was man bits.
Remember donk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that
Have
scene?
you
Hey,
seen
Lois,
that guy?
how's it going?
Don't you have a gun? No, I don't need a gun. What? Yeah, I have a donk. What's a donk? Turns around. You don't want an Easter dingo because they ate your baby.
That
It's
is a
amazing
case
how
I'd
many
like
people still don't think that's real.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would like to actually go over that because I was so young that it's always been sort of a meme trial, but now that I've gotten, into trials, it's one that I'd be interested in learning more about because I know it was such a joke, but I know that it did turn out to, I think they did find the remains near the dingo cave, I believe.
They found the matinee jacket of her matinee jacket. They never found her remains. They found her little jacket, and it was only because there was an American tourist who was climbing the rock, and he fell off to his death. And they were actually searching for the American tourist, and as they were searching for this guy, they found this little tiny weeny matinee jacket that was mauled. It was clearly mauled by an animal, and this was 4 years later, and after Lily Chamberlain was in prison for the rest of her life, and she came out. They took her out to identify this jacket, and that was actually caught on camera. Her coming out to identify the jacket was a huge moment, and you could see it. Like, there's photos of it still, of this little jacket with blood all over it, all mauled up. And then she was brought out and exonerated. Well, she wasn't exonerated, she was let out, but it was actually not 2011 that she was properly exonerated.
Yeah, well, and that's your legal system is so different that a lot of it isn't published, and then it's only after the fact, and life isn't always like your life is a bit like 25 years or something, and then so there's a lot of differences, and it's nice to hear you talk about it because you do kind of lose something in translation for the articles and not knowing anyone from there. So it's really
because it's interesting. Usually life is 25 years. Sometimes when there's a really public, like, volatile situation like this, it's 25 years, but everyone knows that they're going to be in there forever because they're never going to get parole. And with this one, I remember, I saw the news articles and I saw the TV clips, and they were like, she is sentenced to life with hard labor. And so she was never getting out. There was no question of her ever getting out. But yeah, if it weren't for that American tourist falling off the rock, and by the way, you're not allowed to climb the rock anymore. But
that makes sense.
if it weren't for that, if it weren't for that, then they never would have found that jacket. A matinee jacket, by the way, is just a little crocheted baby's jacket.
Okay.
And thank you to J.E. Walsh, not you Walsh, for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you to Bosch McFadden, Washbar, Lady Fang, Calico, LMP, Marcy Cruz, Mickey's Headphones, Dear Reader, Normal People, Cam 9080, and Nature Love. Got gifted memberships who now have access to all my members-only content. You have early access to my videos, and you have your own emojis on YouTube's. Your own emojis, which includes but are not limited to Nice Viking, Happy Viking, loving Viking, the Boomer, my tractor, the fuck tractor, female Viking, the three-hole wonder, Mr. Jingles, Miss Christmas, Mr. Jingles, the Scottish flag for some reason, and Santa Claus.
Scottish flag? Why have you got a Scottish flag?
One of my mods is Scottish
Oh,
and asked for a flag. And it was during one of my slightly bust streams, so I happily obliged. The what tractor? My fuck tractor. Oh, is that? I haven't shown that in a long ass time. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, no, I didn't name the file tractor, of course. Why would I? That would have
I
made it
can never
easy to
find
find.
anything. Like all these files in my StreamYard, and like Dali puts all this stuff in my StreamYard, our StreamYard, and it's just like, what is this thing? And I play it, and I'm like, hell's that?
Hold on while I try to find it. Dun 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 dun.
Meanwhile, like, I've got to buy some Lego.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I have 2 spins on the wheels to go through.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, Dave gave $100.
I know.
Yeah.
Never gives me $100.
Yeah, but you're not streaming on his or his wife's birthday. Wait a minute, something happened here. Oh, Mo's back. Hi.
Yeah. Webcam is dying. It's
Oh.
had a good 2 years.
Aw.
Where's my tractor? I know I have it somewhere here. I have to name my pictures what they actually show.
Hey, while you're doing that, can I do a little grifting?
Sure, grift away.
Cool. Okay, so we're trying to get Dali to CrimeCon. And I know that sounds ridiculous, right?
No, that sounds
Because-
awesome.
No, CrimeCon's stupid. But
Well, but getting Dali out of his comfort zone, and
yeah, we do need to get Dali out of the house. There's one thing. But also, CrimeCon needs to be exposed. And we need to make sure that no one is slapped with a false civil stalking injunction like they were last year. Because our friend Christina was given a civil stalking injunction by Lauren Matthias last year, and it was a huge drama, and it was not okay. And she managed to catch what was going on a little bit with her meta glasses. So unfortunately, we can't afford meta glasses for Dali, but we're thinking maybe like, one of those like 1990s camcorders like stuck to his cap or something like that. Like he can be like an old school investigator, detective, something like that.
I would see there might be other possibilities in covert recording, but you would need to make sure that you're in a one single party consent state. But I mean, I would just go with a GoPro. I mean, again, I would worry that Dali is somewhat synonymous with you, and therefore she is going to pick him out quite noticeably.
There is that. I think they might be onto us. They might know who he is, but he could wear like a very covert kind of mustache. Actually, no, he's got a mustache. Maybe
All he
some
would have to do
glasses,
to
a wig.
change subtly. Again, you don't have to change big. People, if he altered his facial hair a little bit, maybe dressed out of a style that he normally does, and then even has his hair done a bit differently, people don't generally notice facial features enough, but they do notice, facial hair and things like that. So if if he goes as the ubiquitous everyman, his his mustache is noticeable. Go dress like everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, he could dress like a 60-year-old lady. Then he'll really like blend
Yeah.
in.
He.
Oh, we're gonna get him a ticket. We're gonna get him a ticket, Dark Lotus. Yeah, so he'll be allowed in if we can afford one.
Now,
Yeah, how much is
should
that?
I
'Cause I
hold
wanted to
a
go, and it was
fundraiser?
yipes.
Hella.
What's
Should I hold a Get Dali to CrimeCon fundraiser?
fundraiser? Hell yes.
All right. Next Friday. When is CrimeCon, by the way?
It's not till middle of May.
Okay, so next Friday.
Where is it?
Vegas. He's gonna drive.
Oh, fun.
So
And-
next Friday, oh, for fuck's sake, next Friday, fundraiser, Get Dali to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's a weird fucking fundraiser. No, get
You know what?
get Dali to CrimeCon. Get
you
Dali
know-
to CrimeCon.
You know what his mother said? Because he goes to his mother. He goes, "Hey, Mama Bear, I might be going to Vegas for a streaming." And his mother said, "I don't care if you're going for hookers and blow. Just get out of the house."
A mother after my own heart.
Next Friday, hookers and blow for Dali.
I like it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And by the way, yeah,
didn't
this
know it was in
is my
Vegas.
fuck tractor. It's the
I like it.
actual license plate. It's 1956 Ferguson, and it's right out there on my
Awesome.
front yard. I
That's
bought
great.
it. It's been there for a number of years now, which I intend to restore someday.
Flames. I'm just saying decals, flames everywhere.
Oh, a hot rod.
Brilliant.
Oh, a hot rod. That would be so cool. A 12-mile-an-hour hot rod.
I say we pimp Nick's tractor.
Pimp my track. Oh, pimp my tractor.
My tractor.
That should be a show.
That would sell not only in Sweden but Appalachia, Nick. You'd have the hillbillies would love you.
I would, with enough, I would get this tractor to the Appalachians. I'm already saying I'm looking at near the Appalachian, that region, like Kentucky, Tennessee, and northern Georgia kind of thing. It's my kind of people because I'm from an area of Sweden which is kind of known for inbreeding already. So
Yeah.
and you both you've heard the story about the man in a leopard print skirt carrying a canoe, eagerly self-pleasuring himself. That was about 45 minutes from where I grew up, which means I either know the guy or I'm related to him. Yep. Appalachians, here we come. Now, I do have to honor Dave.
Ooh.
Because he bought 2 spins. Dun, dun, dun! It's a wheel off the dirt. Oh, fucking course.
Oh, Canada.
Nice alcohols. I mean, a vodka and bourbon. And now it's time for Canadian whiskey, which I bought because the Malort was done. And as you all know, whiskey is best. It's known in quality by being in a plastic bottle with a screw cork.
Nice.
And the screw cork stays.
I like that it accounts for your drunkenness and the level to which your life has fallen that it's just like, you know what? We know you're not even going to keep
Mm.
the cap.
Yeah,
I give up.
yeah. It's an APC. It's an alcohol percent. It's usually what we call our A team over here. How they calculate the most amount of alcohol for your bucks, which is, well, this is probably quite close because one of these bottles is roughly maybe $15. Imported from Canada, it's $15.
Bargain.
Yay! And cheers.
Cheers. I think I finished my coffee. Damn. Might be a drag in there somewhere.
You can't get used to this taste. It's turpentine with somebody who hasn't drank enough water, urine.
How do you know how that tastes? I think
How it smells.
there's a
It tastes like the smell of somebody who hasn't drank enough water.
oh, well,
Yeah.
that's descriptive. You know, remind me to ask you to be my sommelier when we go to the booze store.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, I will
It has
proudly
hints
present
of
to you.
urine.
This is a whiskey that is the ash of from an ashtray with leather soles, worn leather soles.
This is why I just drink fun sodas.
Urine drinking is a thing. Remember we had that that dude who was testifying in that trial about a year ago, and he was a weed drinker, and he had a friend who was a weed drinker as well, and they both were like witnesses in this trial, and he was very descriptive about the benefits of weed drinking.
I'm very, very happy I missed that trial.
You know, I'm gonna
was
die
something.
someday. If drinking urine's gonna hold that off for another year and a half, I'm okay forgoing it.
It's a thing in
But
homeopathy.
if it's your jam, you do it. Just
I'm not surprised it's a thing
There's a
in
whole community.
homeopathy because it's a scam as well. Oh, let's dilute this. So
No,
you
they
can't
want it as pure as possible.
by diluting it.
No, they want the pure weed.
So they drink pure wee, but everything else has to be diluted.
What are you talking about diluting?
In
They want
homeopathy.
purity. Oh,
Yeah. So they dilute everything into micrograms per liter. But yeah, let's drink piss right from the source.
source, yeah. Well, that's when they get together. They do it from the source, but otherwise they have to bottle it, and it's a whole thing.
Giblets, you know what? The human psyche is a weird place, and it just keeps getting weirder.
Yeah.
Okay, so Denise, apparently it's a myth that it's a waste product. It's actually like the purest form of sterile product that we can. This is what they were saying. You have to go back and watch our stream from back then because, like, we did this whole analysis of this guy's testimony, and that was actually the time that I discovered that Dali's real name is Ilya.
There was a pro baseball player that peed on his hands to reduce tightness. Okay.
It has all these properties, apparently.
Oh. Well, good on you.
You know, I will wait. If they prove the earth is flat, I will believe that science. Or the Anunnaki truly did start society. That happens. I will take into serious consideration listening to the internet for health advice.
Yeah. Okay. That
This
was number
witness
one.
was hilarious. Like, he was just hilarious.
Spin
was so
number two that they bought, which will be everything. All right, I need a fork.
Moments in trading, really?
A fork.
Yeah, it's been used in tanning leather. It has uric acid, and there's one element that came from human urine they boiled down, and I can't remember the name, but I want to say boron.
Used in tanning leather for hundreds of years. Up until when? I want to know. Like, if I were to buy a leather product from like the 70s, could it have someone's wee on it?
No, this is more 1800s, like medieval times. There are certain things, but it's why tanneries are so foul smelling.
Oh.
Yeah, there were certain things like the wee of young boys was supposed to do something different to the leather than. Yeah. Why do I watch so much Discovery Channel and learn all the weird stuff? I don't know. Can't remember my husband's cell phone number, but sure can remember young boys' urine was used for some sort of special tanning.
Okay. Pickled everything. This is cabbage, carrots, cucumber,
penguin.
and pepperonis. Apparently.
What? Oh, pepperoncini.
Yeah. See, I caught one. I don't need
Pickle things are good.
shot.
I like pickles.
Nom nom.
I wish I could like all the things, but I am a 4-year-old picky eater. I just am. I've accepted it about myself.
Fair.
I try to raise my kids not like that so that they will be functional in adult human life.
I like pickles. Nom 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 nom. Thank you.
Yeah, you also eat canned fish, so like, and I mean canned fish.
Fermented fish. Yeah. Now, next year, maybe Ian Runkle will get here on a hunting trip. So I bought a can of fermented herring that expires in a few months. So by next year, it will be perfect.
Wow. All right, I'm gonna have to pop off.
Thank
you for having me. Much appreciated, and thanks for answering my question. I appreciate that. So you reckon physical mail to prosecutors?
Now, remind me tomorrow. Fundraiser for Dali, and let's talk off screen about campaigning.
Yeah.
And I can give a few points because I used to work in the European Parliament as a documents analyst. I've been approached by a fuck ton of lobbyists, so I know the gist of it, and maybe I can help somehow. And if JLR pisses me off enough, I might get involved.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice to be in another country, huh?
Yeah, it is. Especially since you can't really file anything against me because the cost of it is enormous.
Also, Nick, he's a vexatious litigant.
I don't care. It still cost him about 50,000 just to get a filing over here. Yeah.
So anyway, thank you for that. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And Mo, great to see you too.
Nice to see you.
Dali fundraiser.
Yay.
Good idea. Thank you.
Next Friday, get some hookers and blow to Dali. Someone. Let's get him to Vegas.
Let's do that.
Crime Con.
Crime Con.
See.
See you guys.
Oh. Yeah, I think getting Dali to CrimeCon, and you have
That
to pay
would-
extra for him to not bring his collections of evidence pictures.
You have to remind him he has to be incognito,
Yeah,
inconspicuous.
incognito. Yeah, because I mean,
You need a
he's-
guardian ad litem for Dolly. I feel like Dolly needs like a partner.
Yeah,
Go.
I should. Oh, but this is in May of this year, so I don't
I
have
was
enough
about to say, can you get there?
vacation days. Because if I'm around, he will be invisible.
I was about to say I could take a bunch of wigs, but
You can
Oh.
lend him some wigs. I mean,
I could send some. I could be his makeup. Oh, yes, let me find that. I've got it.
oh, you got an action figure.
Yes, my brain has been all over the place here of late, which is not helpful for me.
Mhm.
And it's here.
Oh, Slidey Pie over at Rumble. Good to have you here, Slidey Pie.
Oh,
Oh.
here, let me. I'm trying to cast it. Why is first? Oh, okay. I know what I can do. Give me one second.
He should wear a t-shirt that says "Here looking for my next victim."
I mean, you could. Poor Dolly. Look, he's gonna need a guardian ad litem. I'm just saying. So he made action figures for everyone. They are awesome.
Oh,
Got me
Mo in
with
the deep end with all the wigs. Hey, that's me with my
Yes.
yellow, and I have two.
Yeah.
What's on it? You have one
Well-
with Viking helmets and one with
Viking
helmets
helmet
and
and booze.
Yeah, that's about right.
Andrea Burkhart, Gazella.
Oh,
I'm
Grizzly
probably
Trueheart.
Yes. Emily D.
Gisela.
Baker.
Yeah. Emily. Oh, with the
Yeah.
screaming donkey. Emily D. Baker with the screaming donkey. That's so funny.
Yes, he is. That is so awesome.
I mean, you should. I mean, I know these are AI generated, but these are. I mean, it would be not that hard via AI
For-
and a printer. Yeah, it has my yellow jacket.
I love that Thor is on there. He would not leave me alone today. You think Mr. Jingles is no, Thor was trying to. You've seen The Empire Strikes Back. It was like we were on Hoth and I was a tauntaun and he wanted to be warm. It was ridiculous. I was like, would you leave me alone?
Yeah, but he was so sweet to me when I was over there. I mean,
he's sweet to everyone until you stop petting him and then he bites you and bops you and turns off your microphone.
Yeah, but compared to Mr. Jingles, who I pet on a distance and he bites me, and then I don't pet him and he attacks my shoulder, and then he's on the floor attacking my feet or my knees, then I go to sleep. And unless I close my door to the bedroom, he wakes me up by being on my face. Because stopping me from breathing is how he tries to wake me up.
Nick's like, Doc, I don't know if I have sleep apnea or a cat.
Now I do have to calculate here. 22, 7, 9. We're $11 from the next spin on the wheel. It's a great Friday. And I'm supposed to meet relatives tomorrow. Or in my case, later today.
Oh, good Lord, Nick.
Yay. Ignore that. Ignore that. I'm very happy the last spin landed on pickled everything. I'm probably going to add some habaneros and red onions to the thing, because I mean it's
Yeah. You
It's
can
a
just
decent-
add more.
yeah. I just, as I eat from it, I just add more. I mean, it's great. Swedish pre-Easter back. Pre-Easter? Do you
You had
what?
Saturday.
They killed him twice? I mean, I'm not entirely sure here.
Yeah, I feel like oh, Swedish pre-Easter bash, pickle everything, including his liver.
Oh,
That makes more sense. 'Cause I was
Okay,
like, wait a minute.
bash. Okay.
I was like, wait a minute. I know the Swedes pickle a lot, but I don't
Yeah.
think Easter's one of them.
Mm.
Although, who knows?
Yeah, my liver will be donated for science research. I mean, how can it still be there? Oh, wow. So, what do we have, Mo? Next
Well,
week.
let's see.
What's in front of us?
Next week, I will be finishing up or trying to catch up and verdict watch the doctor from Hawaii.
Oh, the
It's actually-
Hawaii case. I've been asked to make comments about the defense attorney.
So I will say that he's the defense attorney. I'm on day 3, just the start of it. He's very aggressive. And he and his defendant, they basically made the worst opening statement. And I thought Corey Richan's opening statement was bad. Watch the opening statement. It was basically she was unfaithful. She wouldn't sleep with him. And she done tried to kill him.
Yeah. But I have to check it out to see if I can make commentary about anything. Now, I'm busy tomorrow and the day of, different parts of the family. We're visiting one part of the family tomorrow and another one the day after. So I'm eating a lot of herring this weekend. Yeah. We eat pickled herring for every holiday. It's Christmas.
Lent is
It's
over.
Midsummer. It's Easter. Pickled herring.
No,
We
Nick,
have
I
one
need you to understand.
sort of
Lent is over.
holiday.
You don't have to eat fish anymore. You really don't. Easter is about Lent being over.
But we have Easter, eggs and herring. Christmas, eggs and herring. Now, Midsummer, we don't have eggs and herring. But we have herring. And then we dance around the big phalloc symbol, and and that we don't really have. We have tradition in the fall, which is fermented herring. We celebrate herring a lot over here.
I know. I'm about to say, are there any herring left? Do you just have to farm them for your rampant herring eating? Do you guys have to like?
Allegedly, there's plenty of herring around. We don't have much eel anymore because that has been overfished. Because some countries like what they call glass eel, which is youngster eel when they're still translucent, or transparent, or translucent, or whatever the word is, which means they cannot travel from the Sargasso Sea up to where we are, which we don't like, but it's a delicacy. Delicacy. Yeah, delicacy in some parts of the world to eat glass eel, which means they can't get real eel over here, but it's smoked eel, not pickled eel. Smoked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. It's not
Because-
smoked pickled eel.
No, it's not smoked pickled eel.
Fermented smoked pickled
It's
eel.
not fermented smoke. At least we are not Icelandic who dig down shark and let it rot for a year.
Look, I have said it before and I will say it again. Y'all needed cable.
But 200 years ago, it was a famine. Somebody found a barrel with something that resembled fish. Yeah.
God bless our ancestors and thank God for McDonald's.
All right. Now on this channel, well, I just found out that it is a new filing in the Michigan Hyperbaric chamber case, where the CEO, is done for fraud, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
I do have to pop off now. I've got to
Yeah.
get ready for my stream with Shizzy, but I will.
Oh, all right. I'll make sure that I will. Is it on Shizzy's or your channel?
It's on Shizzy's channel. I just know that look, 6 children does not a strong bladder make, and I know I need to do a bio break before the start of a new stream. And Dingus is crying because he wants to go out and see if the children left any food for him to scavenge.
All right. Oh.
So I will see you guys in just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to send you all over to Shizzy. And thank you, Mo. Thank you so much for being here. Are there any vegan food in Sweden? There are enormous amounts of vegan food here. Enormous amounts. Basically every kind of meat has a vegan alternative in Sweden. There are, if you go into even the local supermarket, you have vegan alternatives. I guess, yeah. So that is no issue. It's easy to be vegan in Sweden. Now, as it is, if you remember the meme from disaster zones, everybody's hoarding things, and the only thing that is well stocked is the vegan shelves, which is basically the same over here. But there are alternatives. Yeah. And thank you so much bringing us we don't have vegan herring. I don't think so. Which brings us to $6 to the next spin on the wheel. Let's see. I do have to customization, redirect. There, and save. Okay, so now that's done. Yeah, the Michigan Hyperbaric chamber case. I have to do something with. I also have the rest of the state answer to the appeal. I still have 50 pages to read from that, which will be interesting. What else do I have? Well, David Gingerass has new filings, as he always has. He is a vexatious litigant, to say the least. So I have plenty of stuff to do. And also, I need to check out this Hawaii trial. Because if this attorney is as bad as people have told me, I need to check it out. When is my next actual trial coverage? I'm not sure, because both trials I was supposed to cover now are postponed to July, August. So what I will do is I will check against Court TV and towards Law and Crime, maybe checking out some local channels in Georgia, There's always trials going on, so I don't have a lack of content, but I would like because this would be 2 weeks now, before and after Easter, with no actual live trial coverage. So I have to have a lookout towards what's going on next. What is going on next? And well, folks, I think I can make a discount, because I mean, $6 towards the next spin on the Wheel of Regrets as a final. But in this stream, here is the Wheel of Regret. Nom 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 nom. I finishing off with Tequila Gonzalez 1939 Blanco Tequila. That's not a bad standoff. So, folks, thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the views, the likes. Go watch my videos. Big Nick Santa Claus needs you to watch my videos. Hit the like, hit the subscribe if you haven't, so I get my numbers up. And if you're just here for the Slightly Buzzed show, I'm fine with it. I'm happy to have you here once a week on Fridays, where me and my friends talk about the cases we cover, ridiculousness, have a drink of choice, or in this case, your choice, and let's spend a few hours together. Thank you. From me, Mr. Jingles, hug your family. Unless your family's crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. Have a good one. Oh. Tell Cheesy I said hi. All right. Have a good one. See ya. Bye-bye.